Hi guys, it's Misfits here, and I'm in the garden with my friend Deanna and Maddie and Silas, and then Tommy's back there getting dirt for me. So our last frost date, expected frost date, is May 31st. Plan was to get my garden in on June 1st, but it did not pan out. We were checking the weather and it kept saying it was supposed to rain, and so we were like, well, let's put it off until Wednesday, which is June 3rd we're on. But come to find out, we probably should have went ahead with Monday because it's more rainy today than it has been for Monday and Tuesday. So the plan is, I got my fence up yesterday and I'm making some more of these raised, or these mounded rows. And Deanna and Maddie are putting in the fertilizer on the rows that I already have done, and then we're gonna get started on planting.
Here we go. Hey, oh, it. Hey. Mommy, you're doing great. Wow. What are you gonna do, Mommy?
I'm gonna grow corn with you. Are you gonna help me?
No, because I'm holding the GoPro right now. So,
Can you go stand up
whoa.
by Bobby?
Can I try?
No. Hey, stop. Whoops.
GoPro, stop recording.
No.
GoPro, stop recording.
Videotape your sister.
Don't worry, Mom. I got the GoPro.
Hey, come on this way. Let Miss Deanna through. What's on this row? This is gonna be, Tommy, go get on the kitchen counter. There's a green folder on top of the gardening. Yeah, get me that folder.
Oh,
I think
one of these is empty now.
Well, just stick it all in there. So
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Watch out, son. Okay, don't be wasting space on my memory card.
Wasted space.
We gotta plant some miniature rose bushes and some creeping Jenny too.
Did I tell you I want to try and make rose hip syrup this year?
So here's the greenhouse, but there's a lot of And right here is a pile of dirt right now. So, and look at the ceiling. There was bees, honeybees, but we killed them right now. And here's the whole house. And I will show you the bottom. It's right there.
Where's this thing to shoot this rocket off of? Oh, there it is. Oh, do you jump on it or you just hit it? It depends on how high you want it.
And there's a house. I'm going to my mom with you.
I can do a little more than that. It'll hurt my leg. Man, you don't have to really hit it that hard.
No,
Hold it. No, it goes like that.
I want it.
Hold it like that.
I want it like this.
In the garden. I know, it's bitter.
Is that another one just like this?
Yeah, and then this one here too. But I'm gonna put this one here as soon as he's done.
Oh, okay.
Well, that one stays there, but this one, I'll start on this row.
Oh, okay.
This is the first big garden that we've had since we left Virginia. Come on, Si, mix it up. Good job, Dylan. Watch, Si. Watch. Come on. GoPro, stop recording. Been about 2 months now. I had to plant everything. I did start seeds in the winter, but they didn't do well. They got really leggy and everything died and it wasn't good. So I had to start, we had to start everything from seed in the ground. And so, you know, we did what we usually do. We planted everything in the ground. I fertilized it. We watered it. It's getting plenty of sun. And we just assumed everything would go well. Well, we ended up visiting a friend about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it's been about 3 weeks now. But our garden like was so impressive, and it ended up making me feel like garbage basically. Her tomatoes in her greenhouse were like huge and all had like a million flowers on them, and like everything looked really good, and everything in her garden was like gigantic and like super close to producing fruit, and it seemed like everything in my garden was super tiny. And that day I came home and climbed up in the loft of my barn and kind of sat up there thinking about things, and I just felt like such a failure. Like, you know, I just can't see. I've been trying to like work towards a self-sustaining life for about 5 or 6 years now, and it just seems like it's one step forward and 20 steps back, you know. And so I was sitting up there throwing myself a pity party, and I just thought, you know, what is even the point? Like, I'm, you know, working this hard and we haven't achieved the goals that I set out to, you know, achieve, and it's just kind of like, I felt really defeated and very discouraged. So that was a Saturday, and then I don't remember if it was the same day or like a couple days later, but that was weird. But they rolled out these new requirements. I'm not going to go into detail. Rolled out these new requirements for us to be able to go out in public. Well, to certain stores. And it just seemed like it was very frustrating to be told what I had to do to be able to go to the store to buy food for my family. And so I sat, I was again up in the loft of the barn, and I just sat there thinking, you know, this is exactly why I set out to create a self-sustaining, or like learn how to be self-sustaining and teach my family, my kids, because basically I feel like whoever controls your food source controls you, and I want that to be me. So and my family, I want us to have a little, you know, our own freedom. So I kind of like remembered my why, like why I started doing this in the first place, and like reconnected with it. So I feel like I go through this a lot where it's like, you know, I have a setback. Hi baby. Yeah, you can try. I think EE's in the secret hideout, but you can try to come in if you want. I just feel like I go through this a lot where I have like a setback in anything that I'm trying to do, and I throw myself a big pity party, and then I kind of look at, you know, what's going wrong, what I'm doing wrong, and, you know, reassess the situation and try to fix it. So I sat here and I was thinking, okay, all these things are going wrong. And then when I was assessing the situation, I felt like my biggest setback is the fact that we move around a lot. When we lived in North Dakota, it was Josh's last duty assignment before he separated from active duty and went reserves. Oh, what a big boy. And while we were living there, we thought it was what we wanted to like move home and put roots down. I'm weeding.
Mommy, what is this?
That's corn, don't touch it.
And what is
We thought it was what we wanted to put roots down and, you know, basically learn how to be self-sustaining, have a big garden, lots of chickens, maybe some goats and pigs. And we did that, and it went well for a while, but we realized that living there is not really what we wanted. And so, stop, Si. And so we decided to, long story short, we ended up moving to North Carolina. He took a full-time position at Seymour Johnson Air Force Base in North Carolina. And we moved down there, and it was a nice break. Like, we did have a small vegetable garden, and we did have chickens. We lived in the suburbs, but it was kind of like a time for us to regroup and figure things out and just, like, you know, take a little break. And then we realized we wanted to move back to Alaska.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, you gonna help me pick out weeds? Good job, buddy. So we did. We moved here, and it was my goal to like dive back in and, you know, learn everything. But when I was assessing the mistakes that I had made and why my garden wasn't doing as well as I was thinking it would, or I wanted it to, I realized that a lot of it has to do with our lifestyle. It's very difficult. We've just kind of embraced the fact that we're a military family, and
Wow.
we like to move around. We like to experience different places. At the same time, it's very difficult to create a self-sustaining life while you have that type of moving around all the time lifestyle. And so I feel like I'm being forced to pick between, you know, our military lifestyle that we enjoy,
Mommy,
because he's in the guard now. We don't have to move around a lot, but we have the opportunity to do so. We get to pick how often we move and where we move. If we want to move to a certain area, all we have to do is like check to see if there's a job available for him, and if there is and he gets it, we go. So we don't have to move around a lot, but we like it. At the same time, we do really want a self-sustaining life, and that's very difficult to do when you're constantly moving around. I mean, I had just started to learn the soil in Virginia when we moved to North Carolina. I had just started to learn the soil there when we moved to Alaska, and so it's just really hard. So I feel right now very conflicted because I feel like I'm being forced to pick between, you know, like what I really feel in my heart I need to do for my family as far as food, and then, you know, between that and moving around. They are sleeping. Between that and moving around. So
where's the head?
Where's what head?
On these.
Oh, this is corn.
But the head.
So for right now, I came out today to weed. I've been doing a bathroom remodel for the last 2 weeks and really haven't come out here to maintain. I mean, we've had tons of rain, so they have not gone without water. They didn't need to be fertilized, and nothing needed to be harvested. So they've been fine out here by themselves, except with rain came the weeds. So I'm out here trying to, you know, I came out here to kind of clean things up in the garden, and everything seems to be really big. The beans look really good. The squash looks really good. The corn is, I mean, I found out after the fact that corn doesn't grow well in Alaska, so I mean, I think it looks good, but it's definitely way behind where corn would be on the East Coast, and I think that the growing season is not long enough in Alaska to grow corn. So, but we'll see. Maybe if we get like 1 or 2 ears of corn off of it, I'll be happy. Corn is very expensive in Alaska. I think the last price that I saw on fresh corn on the cob was I think it came out to be like $1.50. It was 2 for $3. That's what it was. It was 2 for $3, and that was at Safeway. And I mean, down in the South, you can get corn for like 5 for $1. It's so cheap. So it's really sad. We don't eat a lot of corn, but it's nice to have it as a treat. But at 2 for $3, that's more than I'm willing to pay. So anyway, so I'm just going to finish up weeding in the garden and then go in and edit this garden video and post it for you guys to kind of see where we started and where we are now.
Can they grow?
Yeah, get the ones on the other side too. You're helping our vegetables grow nice and big because you're taking all the bad things out from around them. See, look, here's one here. See this?
It's trying to
Gotta
steal
pull
our
that's right.
It's trying to steal our food.
That's right. And what about this one? Does that look like corn?
No.
You pull that one out too. Now look how much tidier that looks than before.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna pull this.
Are these roots dead?
GoPro, stop recording. Go ahead. How about up here on the hill? Yeah. And what about that right there? There you go. Pull that in. Alright, get this meat right here. Come back over here. We gotta go down this row and get all this clean before we can do that row. Come on. There's plenty on this row. Come on, right here. Right here. Get these right here. Good job, Tiny.
Yes. Now you get to our food. Here's one. Get me up.
Ready?
Here's some.
There you go.